Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So in the previous video we have seen about the providers concept, how the providers concept will inject the services in the parent component and also in the child component. We have seen it. Now let's try to understand about the view providers thing. So we can also use the view providers as an array as another way to provide the services in the component decorator. So not only the providers, we can also use the view providers as another way to provide the services in the component decorator. Using view providers make service visible in the view. In the view means which I will be trying to explain you. That is nothing but so here in the view, this one. So now I will try to explain you step by step instructions. So now let's try to have a new one, that is nothing but animal service. I will create a new service here in this one, in the services. Previously we used to have flower service, right? Now I will create animal dot service dot ts file. Okay, service dot ts file. Now in this one, same thing, export class. I will try to copy. I will try to copy this enter thing, and here I will paste it. So here I am providing this one injectable in the root, and here I am having export animal service, and the default one I am providing it is in blue whale. Okay, so I am using the prop emoji as a whale. That's it. So now I will try to use the same pattern as the flower service. How I have used it, I will use the same pattern, but I will inject the animal service in the app component class, in the parent component, sorry. So here let's go into this parent component, and in this one I am injecting the public animal service of type animal service, finished. And now here this animal service, and now let's go to the app.parent.component.html file. The same thing here, animal service. So this time you will be having animal service from the parent, and here you will be having animal service dot emoji. Now if you see the output for this one, as usual what you have expected, so it will be getting the whale as the output, right? So now let's go to the what I want to tell you is, let's go to this child component. Let's go to the child component.ts file, and here also I will inject the same thing, that is nothing but private animal service of type animal service. Okay, so animal service has been injected, and now let's go to the child.component.ts file, and here also same thing, but here I will try to use the animal service. So here also I will use the animal service. No suggestions. Why I didn't mention this one as okay? Also I have mentioned this one as I will mention this one as public. Now you will be able to get the same output, animal service emoji. Now if you try to see the output for this one, so here also for the child component also I am able to see the whale as the emoji. But instead of this one, what I will try to do it is, so here I will go to the child.component.ts file, and here in the providers, or otherwise in the view providers. So this time I will take the view providers, and here I will provide animal service, and I will use the value of emoji here, like this I will use it. Now this time what will happen, the output will be changed to the puppy, okay, the value of a dog. So now what has happened here, so now when you try to observe, so the output for this one will be changed in such a way that it is showing the dog thing. So how the output will be, so I will try to explain you here in this one. Okay, and I will try to give the logical tree of this one, then you can able to understand it. And this is nothing but a root, this one is a parent, and here also this one is a parent. Now what it is happening here, let's assume that app-parent is injecting the animal service, so that's why it is coming as a whale. Fine, it is coming from the application config, that means from the root provider, and you are having the view, and you are having an app child, and instead of providing it in the providers, I have provided it in the view providers. So that is the reason in the view providers the animal service is the puppy. Now here it is trying to take the animal service dot emoji, and it will try to get the service instance, animal service instance, it will try to get it. So if you go to the parent, it will go to the view thing, and here in this view providers it will able to find the dog. So that is the reason it has been shown as a dog. If it is not available in the view providers, then it will search in the providers. So if it is found means, then you will be able to get it. So for more clarity on this one, what you can do it is, so we will understand about the difference between these providers and also view providers difference. So what I will try to do it is, The view providers file is conceptually similar to the providers only, but there is one notable difference. Configured providers in the view providers are not visible to the projected content. So projected content means something like ng content. So those things will not be visible, view providers. That ends up as a logical children of the component. To see the difference between providers and view providers, I will add in another component, something like inspector component. Inspector component will be a child to the child component, and in this inspector.component.tsc, I will inject the flower service and also this animal service in the constructor. I will try to show you. So let's go into this one. Here I will create new for such a way that ngGC inspector. Okay, inspector. So let's try to create this one so that you will be having a clear understanding about the difference between providers and also view providers. So providers and view providers. So here inspector has been created. So let's go to the inspector.component.ts file. So here I will be adding this inspector.component.ts file. So in this one, in the constructor, I will use public flower service. Okay, and I will use the flower service, and I am using the animal service also, public animal service of animal service. That's it. Flower service and animal service I am using. Now in the inspector component, what I will try to do it is, so here let's go into this inspector.component.html, and here I will paste this one. So this one will be flower service, and here this one will be animal service. Okay, and now where I need to provide this one, so we need to add this inspector component to the child component. So here I will try to add this one in the child component imports array. So let's go to the let's close this one all, and I will go to the child component.ts file, and here in this one I will add this inspector component, and here let's go to the child component.html file, and here I will provide this app-inspector. That's it. So let's try to see the output for this one, how the output will appear. So here you will be able to see the emoji service is coming as a sunflower, and also it is coming as an okay, and also it is coming as in what I want to say, the puppy also, the dog also you will be able to see. And now here what I will try to do it is, so here I will add in such a way that ng content also I will try to use it here. So here I am using the ng content also. Let's try to see how the ng content will behave. Now here we are having this one, right? Now ng content, for this content projection, let's go to the parent.component.ts file, .html file, and here we are having this one, right? And I will try to add app-inspector into this one. Okay, now we need to add this one in our parent.component.ts file, or otherwise it will throw an error. Automatically this has been added. Now if you try to see here in the content projection, in the app-inspector, you will be able to see sunflower and whale has been came, but here the sunflower and the dog has been came. So what is happening here? So let's try to see the logical tree structure, then only you will be able to understand this one, or otherwise we cannot able to understand. So here I am pasting this entire thing, and this one is a parent. Okay, don't get confused about this one. So here also I will use the parent. Now in the parent component, what we have did it, so we have injected the flower service and also the animal service. So the main problem comes with the animal only. If you try to see here, so sunflower, it both are coming, fine, let's leave it. So now here in the animal service, what it is having in the parent, I have used the whale property. That means it is coming from the application config. But in the child, I have provided this one in the view providers. That is nothing but this animal has been provided in the view providers. Now this is the content projection. So this content projection animal service, so it is coming from the whale. Why it is coming from the whale? So for this one animal service injection, so it doesn't have the provider, right? So it is coming from the app-fn. So that is the reason we are able to see it like this. And here also inject animal service, it is coming from the whale. Now let's try to see app-inspector. So here it is showing the whale property. Why? Because, so for example, let's go to into this parent.com.html file, and here this is the app inspector, right? So this app inspector, if it tries to check the providers for this one, view providers for this one, so it's not able to find it. So here it is able to see that is a whale property. So that is the reason. So it is able to get this property value. So why? Because so here it will try to get the app inspector. So in this app inspector, the animal service whale has been provided. That is coming from directly from the parent. So that is the reason we are able to get it. And in this app inspector, for example, let's say that if you try to change the value for this one, okay, so so if you want to change the value for this one, child.component.ts file, and if you try to take this view providers thing, okay, and if you provide it in the view component itself, so what will happen here? Entirely automatically the output will change. So here you will be able to see the dog symbol also. If you provide it as a providers also, you will be able to get the same thing only. So just I am trying to show you the output for this one. So from where this check ng content is taking from the view providers. Now if you try to check in the child component, this is the app-inspector, right? And this one is taking from the child component.ts view providers. So this is the place. And if I try to change this one, automatically the value out for this one also will be changed to DSDS like this. So this is how actually the what I want to tell is the providers and the view providers will be working. So the view providers will be provided to the view of this one, and the providers will be provided to the ng content of this one. And the structure for this one is, so first it will try to check the view, and if it is available means automatically the dog symbol will be coming here. If it doesn't find means then it will go to the app-inspector. Then it will go like this. So like this the system will be going on. So this is all about the difference between the providers and the view providers. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.